Of course, we all think of Nice, I think at least immediately when we saw this, another attack, the kind that we've been bracing for in the West. What's your initial assessment?
Yeah, it looks like more trouble for Europe. Look, we've got to get a handle on this, and certainly what we have to do is find the command and control center of ISIS. We have to deal a big blow to the Islamic radicals that are trying to spread this terror. I firmly believe that if you can find the command and control center inside Syria, crush them, give them a big defeat, they're going to have a harder time recruiting when they're losing. But every time they have a successful attack like this, it gets easier for them to recruit. So I think what we have to do is we have to work with our friends and allies and try to come up with the best intelligence possible,
right.
Go inside Syria and find that command and control center and crush it.
All right, so I'm going to talk to you about the two tracks here. One going to the heart of this, perhaps Raqqa, which is, I guess, considered the de facto headquarters of ISIS. In the aftermath of what we've seen in the last few weeks in Aleppo, who takes the lead on something like that, and who ultimately makes sure that it's done? And also, Germany itself, we have the Interior Minister saying that this whole thing points to terrorism. Germany, Angela Merkel, open arm policies, it brought in a lot of folks from very dangerous parts of the world. Very reluctant to even call these kind of things, and I guess maybe it goes along with this script, but very reluctant to even call terrorism out. So first let's talk about Raqqa and cutting off the head of ISIS. Who does that?
Look, organizations like NATO and the United Nations do not work unless there's U.S. leadership. That's just a fact. And for the last 8 years, we have not had U.S. leadership at either place. And so that's where we first start. We have international organizations that are supposed to lead when situations like this occurs. Charles, what's so frustrating is that for 6 years, we have some 60-plus nations that are in Obama's coalition and NATO that are supposed to be trying to crush ISIS. So, you know, we need U.S. leadership. We need to rally our friends and allies together. We can do this together. There's just no question that if 63 nations can come together in a coalition on paper, that they should be able to defeat ISIS. But the simple fact is you gotta have accurate and timely intelligence. You only get that by being inside where it's happening. We must have intelligence officers gathering the latest intelligence inside Syria. That means boots on the ground. We've had a political commitment from President Obama that he's not going to send boots on the ground into Syria. And that simply means we're not going to have timely intelligence, and we're going to have attacks that keep happening because we cannot find who is controlling ISIS's command and control center.
Right. Real quick before I let you go, Rick, again, the German Interior Minister is saying he doesn't want to speculate about this. I mean, maybe that's an official position, but should the West, particularly places like Germany, be more vocal about this in terms of their intent to crush it and to call it out?
Yes, they should be. But, you know, the Germans are always very good at being timely and meticulous, and they want to make sure that before they speak, that they have all of the facts. So let's not fault them on that, but certainly we should push the Germans to be able to call this out and act swiftly.
Right.
We can take our time to get the facts, but once we know the facts, we need to act quickly.
I got you. I've done business in Germany. I know they cross every T and dot every I. Rick, thank you very much. Appreciate your expertise right out the bat.